The conversion of your food or your macronutrients into body fat is a complex metabolic process that occurs when you consume excess calories. As previously stated, all food contains a certain number of calories, and when you consume excess calories, metaphorically, you turn on your body's fat storage signal. With this signal on, your macronutrients can turn into body fat. The following is how these processes occur. Dietary fats. Dietary fats, which is just triglycerides, are broken down into fatty acids and glycerol during digestion. These components are readily reassembled into triglycerides, which is dietary fat, to be used as a later source of energy. So the conversion of fats in food into body fat is more efficient than the conversion of carbohydrates or protein in food to body fat. So during a calorie surplus, eating too much dietary fat is almost exclusively what contributes to you getting fat. Carbohydrates or carbs. When carbs enter your body, they are digested and converted into glucose. Glucose is your body's primary preferred source of energy. Glucose can be quickly used for energy or stored as glycogen in the liver and muscles. When your glycogen stores become full, glucose can be converted into fat through a process called lipogenesis. However, this process is metabolically costly. Therefore, converting your carbs into body fat is only a minor pathway in your body. Most excess carbs are burned for energy or stored as glycogen before being converted to fat. But consuming high amounts of carbs while in a calorie surplus can still lead to body fat storage. It does so indirectly, meaning when your body's glycogen stores are full, glucose continues to circulate in your body. Therefore, you have a continuous and readily available supply of your body's preferred energy source. In this situation, instead of using your fat for energy, your body will use your carbs. When less of your fat is used because the body is using glucose or your carbs, then more of the fat that you eat will begin to accumulate, which continuously acts to get you fat. Protein. Protein, after you eat it, are broken down into amino acids, which are primarily used for building and repairing tissues. Surplus amino acids can be converted to glucose via gluconeogenesis. In extreme calorie surpluses, protein can be converted into triglycerides for fat storage. But the body rarely converts protein directly into fat because this process is metabolically expensive and inefficient. So excess protein is more likely to be used for energy or excreted in your urine rather than being stored as fat. The bottom line is excess food makes you fat. In a calorie surplus, you store body fat. This is what makes you get fat. Storing body fat can occur in any combination of the following ways. Number one, excess dietary fat is directly stored as fat. Number two, excess dietary carbs increase the amount of carbs your body uses for energy, and as your body uses more carbs, it uses less fat. And less fat usage means more fat accumulation. Number three, excess dietary protein increases the amount of protein your body uses for energy. And as your body uses more protein, it uses less fat. And less fat usage means more fat accumulation. And number four, alcohol in any amount makes your body use less fat for energy. And less fat usage means more fat accumulation. So, what are the practical implications? Monitor your caloric intake. Recognize that consistently eating more calories than your body needs, which is a calorie surplus, leads to fat storage, while eating fewer calories, which is a deficit, leads to fat loss. Balance macronutrients. Understand that dietary fat is the macronutrient that is most efficiently stored as body fat. But overeating carbohydrates or protein still encourages fat storage by reducing how much stored fat the body uses for energy. Be aware of alcohol effects. Alcohol reduces the body's use of fat for energy, which indirectly increases fat storage. And prioritize energy balance over diet type. Regardless of the specific foods or macronutrient ratios you eat, if you consume more calories than you burn, you will store excess fat.